What? Why?
Because, okay, I was Platinum 3, and in 2 days, I went
You wouldn't
down
let
to
go of
Gold
this, by the
2.
way.
Okay.
No.
Okay, so you already have the wrong mentality. It's not about what rank you are, it's about getting better. Who cares what rank you are? Like, seriously, it doesn't matter. The whole point of Hero League is to practice your it's to practice your mechanics and just get better on individual heroes. Like, you know, that's a complaint that you quite often see with people is they hate Hero League for that reason. But seriously, like, just play it anyways and just practice your heart out. Like, that's the whole point of it, right? The winning portion should happen in Hero League, or sorry, in Heroes Hype and Chair League when you guys start playing that. That's what you should be focused on. But like everyone should be playing as much Hero League as they can, both A, to expand their hero pool, and B, to practice their mechanics and their gameplay on the heroes that they're already comfortable with.
Okay, do you suggest that people kind of gravitate towards the heroes they're comfortable with, or roll into like roles kind of and learn how to play like a role generally?
100%. You have to fix your role as a team. Like, you guys need to know who your hard and fast support is. If you're ever playing double support, you need to know who your support flex is. You need to know who your main warrior is. You need to know who your warrior flex is in case you guys want to run double or even triple warrior comps. You should always have a main ranged assassin player, and also like like your main flex player. So that's the person that plays the Abathur. That's the person that plays the Zagara. That's the person that plays, you know, like those specialist style heroes. So defining those rules is very important, and that's something that you guys need to write down and communicate with each other.
Excellent.
So I have a question. So we do have, so Amber is Jewel Queen. She's our main support. I'm our main range DPS, and Mamba is our main. And to Hero League to practice, you say like practicing on those roles, correct?
Yes.
But because you know people like snap up the range DPS, so I have a hard time getting that, or I get, you know, shafted to being tank or something like that.
If you are a main ranged DPS player and you're playing Hero League and you can't get a ranged assassin, then see if you can flex onto maybe a melee assassin. Like, try the Zeratul, stuff like that. Or maybe even try Valeera. Actually, I wouldn't recommend Valeera just because she's in an awkward place right now. But like, try going onto another just damage role, because it's all about reinforcing those habits, right? Like, you know, you have similar positioning on those heroes. Like, you don't want to be positioned like a warrior. You want to be positioned like an assassin. Right. You know what I mean? Like, so playing those sort of similar style roles will always benefit you in the long term because you're reinforcing those sort of habits. So just try to flex onto something that, yeah, like you could see yourself playing in your team. And, you know, there's going to be the game where you're stuck on the warrior. And there's nothing wrong with that, because that'll also help you, because then you can see what it's like playing from that perspective as well. But just, yeah, as often as you can, just try to get into a position where you're, you know, you're going to actually be playing that sort of thing in competitive.
Cool.
Sorry, go ahead.
That's actually another question that I had. So do people that usually do the rank DPS, do they go into the melee assassin roles often?
It can happen. It certainly can happen. Like, use my teammate, for example, Psalm. Like, he is mainly, like, he's an assassin player, right? Like, he plays our Zeratul, but you'll also see him playing, like, mages. You'll see him on Kael'thas, stuff like that. So, like, he flexes from ranged assassin to melee assassin. We'll also see him on the Falstad. So stuff like that. If you're a ranged assassin player, you shouldn't just, you know, be playing Vala, Liming, Lunara. It should be, you know, you should have Falstad, you should have some melee assassins in there, obviously Greymane. You should be playing Zeratul, you should be playing Kael'thas, you should be playing all the mages, like everything that you could think that your team would put you on, because you don't want to limit your team when it comes to draft. That's like the biggest problem I see with amateur teams, is the fact that they can pretty much only play one style of comp and one, like, their ranged assassin players play like 2 heroes. That's it. We call them Joe Hero League players because they, you know, they climb the ranks with like Liming and Vala. That's it.
Climb very high
I
too.
play
Yes.
all the ranged assassins.
That's good. That's excellent. Like a wide hero pool is really important, because this game is like primarily won in draft. I wouldn't say it like, actually not primarily. It's like 70% draft. Like, it's actually so important.
Right. If we feel that. And side question off of that, how do you, or what do you suggest for understanding draft technique or draft tactics better over time? Because I know, like, we watch HG. I'm sure like a lot of us watch HTC. We kind of see what like the pros are doing and try to like understand why you counter this and that. But like, how do you practice that?
That's what I'm gonna go on to next. My next note I have here. So you guys need to be like, before you play Heroes Hype, do you have all your drafts that you're going to be running on each map written out?
No.
I'm
Okay,
working on that.
Okay, so that's really important. So like this is what you're gonna do starting this next week. So you're going to go into your scrims if you're doing them on, or even just like team league, whatever it is. Practice certain comps, and the ones that work, you write them down. And you write not just you don't just write down the comp, you write down the way that you pick it. So like yeah, we pick the Arthas, Malfurion, and Greymane in the 1-3, and then we ban X, you know what I mean? Like, you have to write down that exact sequence so that you can get that again. Because it's really important, not just the style of comp or the comp that you're running, but it's also the way that you get it. So start off by doing that, and then you'll find over time, you'll be like, okay, you know, this works in this sequence, this doesn't work, etc. And then you'll also find the comps that are, like, you're winning with. If you write down every single comp that you play and then write win or loss beside it, you can, like, go and look at your drafts and be like, wait, we're winning constantly with this comp. We should be running that more. How do we get this comp more often in our drafts? Okay, we pick it this way. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
So...
I actually started working on that this week because I had everyone go in to a spreadsheet and write down their characters that they were good with, and then I took that and I took each map and started working on what comps would be good on said maps.
Genius. That's exactly what you have to do. 100% exactly what you have to do. Nice job. So, and to get better at draft, it comes with time. Like, you have to understand how it all works. Like, it's really difficult to just like give you a hard and fast answer how to get better at draft. But watching other teams, that's basically the best thing you can do. Watch Korea, but don't copy them because you're not going to be able to pull off the same comps that they do. Like, find...
Korea is awesome though.
Korea is awesome, but I actually think it's a problem if people just like watch Korea and then play their drafts. Like, because you're not going to be able to execute it like them, right? So like, my suggestion is find a team that drafts in a similar style that you want to draft in. And then just like write down even their sequences. Like, okay, so they pick Gul'dan first, and then they go Lucio plus Dehaka. You know what I mean? Like, find out exactly how they pick, and then just try copying it. And if it doesn't work, then it doesn't work. But just, yeah, try to find a team that you think will work best with your guys' style. And then, you know, you can constantly ask me questions too, and be like, hey, you know, what would be a better pick here, etc. You know, just like, it's so specific to the situation that you're in and the map that you're on and the team that you're against. So it is difficult to give a hard and fast answer for that. But that's the best thing I could say is just practice. Like, practice as much as you can. The whole goal of draft is to get what your team wants. So like, you know, if you're getting banned out because you're showing too much stuff, like for example, let's say if you first pick Greymane and then you ban Leoric, you first pick Greymane, and then you pick Ariel plus you pick Ariel KT, or Ariel and a warrior, and then you ban off Tychus. The enemy team knows like 100% you're going Cho'Gall. So like, showing what you're going to be picking is like early, it can completely screw you in the draft. You know what I mean? So, and that will happen with even standard drafts. So you have to basically just make sure that you're getting what you want at the end of the draft, and that's all that matters. And if you can't satisfy that criteria, you have to go back and revisit what you were doing and how you could maybe make it better.
Fantastic.
I know the draft is difficult, and we can continue to have this conversation over time, and you can always ask me questions, but yeah. And then the last thing I wanted to say to you guys before we jump into this replay is you guys need to set goals for your team. So, you know, if you're wanting to even just win one game in Heroes Hype, that's a substantial goal, and in order to meet it, like, there's a bunch of things that you can do, you know, like setting up your practice times, writing out your drafts, going over replays as a team. Like, even if, okay, so if we want to win one game in Heroes Hype, you guys need to have like a specific map that you go to, a specific comp that you run, and a specific macro strategy that you execute to a T. And if you do that, you're going to win games. I guarantee it. Like, you're going to win games as long as you follow through exactly with what you have planned. So, like, that should be your guys' goal, to execute one perfect game.
Okay.
It's not without, like, outside of your guys' scope. Like, you can totally do it. You just have to write down exactly what you're doing. You know, like, if you're playing a macro comp on Sky Temple, you're like, okay, so we're just going to play safe early. We're going to, you know, trade the first top and middle shrine. We're going to 3-soak. We're going to stay even on XP. We're going to get our easy camp really early and push out hard and get 2 towers bottom. And then we're going to get our hard camp late and then put our global top and push that while stalling bottom. Like, you know, just like set out perfect plans like that and execute them. And I guarantee you're going to start seeing results. But that sort of strategy is you know, like you can find that by watching other teams or, you know, asking around, etc. Or you can find that strategy really easy by watching HGC, just seeing what teams are doing. So I suggest that when it comes to goal setting, just like executing a perfect game, it's super important.
Excellent.
Yeah. Okay, so let's jump into this one. Okay, before going into any game, it's important to highlight your team's strengths, your team's weaknesses, and your enemy team's strengths and weaknesses as well. So if you guys are looking at these drafts, what do you see?
So
Poison damage against.
they have, obviously, global pressure.
Mm-hmm. So that's the most important factor.
Yes, we let that through. And also they have very good burst healing with the Lucio, and they have good sustain with the double tank.
Yeah, see, like, that's pretty much all true. They also don't have a cleanse, but we don't really have any hard CC aside from Arthas's root. So, yeah, that's also an important factor. Knowing whether or not your enemy team has a cleanse is super important. Obviously, they don't have one because Lucio gets his at 20. We also have really strong lane pressure. Like, you guys can 3-stack a lane with the Zarya and get a lot of pressure early and probably snowball your advantage that way. So highlighting your draft's strengths like that is super important because that's going to dictate how you guys play during the early game.
Okay.
So, like,
Right.
I'm sure you guys aren't doing this yet, but you have to highlight exactly how you're going to be playing out this map. So, like, right now we already see, like, a huge split. There's 3 of us bottom, 1 mid, 1 top. So, like, it's usually better to either, if you've got the Zarya, like, Zarya right now is mid by herself. That should never happen because she benefits by having, you know, her teammates grouped with her. If anything, it should be Zarya with the Kharazim and Li Ming, and then Arthas solo mid. Because 3 in a lane with Zarya is insane. Like, you can soak so much damage, you can push, like, pretty much relentlessly, and then Gul'dan is forced to basically go into that lane, and he can't really do a whole lot about it. He's just going to throw spells at you, and you're just going to get unlimited energy. So...
Awesome.
Awesome. Nice. Yeah, okay, so let's see how you guys are playing this one out. The solo with the Greymane is fine. But, like, this style of comp that you guys are running is already, like, really difficult for you. Like, having global, like, playing against these globals is super tough because their comp is now very forgiving because they have the experience advantage on their side, right? Like, they can pretty much just, like, 3-soak all game, and then it's forcing you guys to basically do something hard in a lane in order to gain an experience advantage, because if you don't, they're going to win this game no matter what. So, like, if you're against a double global like this, you need to, like, 4-stack a lane and take these towers early, because you have to push advantages somewhere against globals. It's basically like playing against an Abathur, you know? Like, you have to force so hard or else he's just going to carry once it hits, like, 7 to 10 minutes.
This was our first match, right? I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, this was.
Yes, yeah. And
And we had just gotten Eros on the team the day of. So it was really rough.
That's okay. That's totally fine. No, this is, like, you guys are going to change so much off of this. Like, this is really exciting to see. I can't wait to see how these, like, the next games go, because we're going to see some advancement, I'm sure. Okay, so you guys just decided to put the Zarya top to take the 1, and they don't stall, and then we have 3 bottom stalling. That's good.
this took us way too much time to get, though. This whole battle actually lasts pretty much the whole game, and then it's over.
Okay, hold up. I'm going to jump back real quick. Alright. Who's your guys' like macro shot caller and who's your guys' like team fight shot caller?
That's the problem. I'm doing both of them at the current moment.
What?
Yeah.
Okay. Is that working for you guys?
No. I don't think so.
No.
Objectively, I would say it's most important, or not even most important. It, excuse me, works best for your tank to be your shot caller. because obviously warriors in this game dictate so much about this game. They dictate vision control, rotations early game. They dictate, contesting objectives, like team fight flow, everything like that. So it's usually most important to have your warrior as the shot caller. But, you've seen teams be successful across, having so many different styles of shot caller. Like old Tempo Storm had Dreadnought as their shot caller, and he played support. Fnatic has Quacknix as their shot caller, and he's their ranged flex. My team has Cattle as our shot caller, and he's also a flex player. So, like, it just depends on what works best for your team. But having one person do everything, I don't think is the right call. Like, you can already see a tangible split here.
It's also very hard for me to started learning how to shot call.
Yep. And
like trying to pay attention to myself and everything else at the same time is a
challenge.
Are you Sky or are you Jewel?
I'm Sky.
Okay, that's what I thought. Yeah. So, like, that takes so much processing power, having to, like, dictate where your team goes on a macro scale and also shot call within team fights. Like, you're actually, like, overloading yourself when it comes to processing power. Like, that's actually insane. And then trying to, like, micro perfectly and kill people. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry.
It's okay. I'm the one that got this team together, so I just trying to bend, like, boom, but team fight calling.
Oh, I think you're breaking up a little bit, or are you just pausing?
Sounds like pausing.
It's fine.
Okay, there we go.
Anyways, continue.
But yeah, okay, so yeah, to talk about the shot calling, I think it's important for you guys to just solidify one macro shot caller and then somebody who's calling targets within fights. And it's usually, people will scream for help, right? Like, save me, blah, 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 X is diving me. That information should always go out. Like right now, Jules probably screaming, save me, baby Jesus. But like, that information should always go out because everybody should be feeding information. But yeah, you guys need to determine who's going to be your macro and micro shot callers. But I don't think it should be the same person. I think you should try macro on maybe somebody who's actually studying that across other teams and other regions. One person who's like mainly studying macro play and like determining how you guys are going to be playing your comps. And then, one person should fall back on the micro, like calling out targets within team fights and stuff like that.
All right,
so like,
that makes sense.
The good thing about Zarya here is like you have unlimited stall, and the good thing for your team in general is the fact that they're not pushing with their globals. So like, we can see here, like, check this out. You guys are going to be gods once you get this. Promise.
Yes, but look at you.
So, like, we're in such a good position here. They just, like, overextend so hard trying to sell out and kill Zarya. But we need everybody damaging the same target. So you need that micro shot caller. Like, look at where their Gul'dan is. Everyone could just completely turn on. Greymane can just dive onto this Gul'dan and he's 100% dead. There's no way he gets away. Look where their support is on the bottom side of this fight. Like, there's no way this Gul'dan survives. Immediately, Arthas needs to turn up onto Gul'dan.
Yeah,
does he die anyways? Okay, yeah, he does die.
So
yep.
just trying to protect everybody.
So I like that. It's just, you see that you guys are split across multiple targets, and while that...
And that has been our problem, I think.
Which goes back
lot,
to
actually.
Having no
I'm sorry, I
combat
interrupted. Go ahead.
And that's, yeah, the problem is no shot caller. So yeah, that makes sense. And immediately, because you guys are against globals, you have to go and split and soak these lanes. It's good that you send Zarya up here to grab this soak, if she stays. And then control the bottom shrine. So that you guys are doing really well so far. I think it probably would have been best for Zarya to actually just back there and then walk top, just because now you're just tapping for pretty much no reason. Yeah. Backing and walking top from bottom lane is as fast as walking to the top lane by yourself. So if you have a look at the distance.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's something that actually happens amongst a lot of teams. So you guys take your sapper camp and then you don't do anything with it. So you guys are spending the resources, i.e. time, and the heroes to go and capture it, but you literally just let them walk up to it and clear it. So then you have to ask yourself, what was the point in even taking it in the first place, right?
Right.
So if you guys are capturing camps like this, you need to try to get value out of it. So having Zarya come down would have been the best thing to do. So if anything, you just send Li Ming top to soak for now. You guys' comp is a little weird just because you don't really have any hard and fast solo laners aside from Greymane, but you have Greymane bottom right now. So you need to put people in this lane with the sappers to try to walk them into the towers. So like we have 2 going mid right now, and then the enemy team just walks up with Johanna and Gul'dan and just clear it for free. So that was just 100% wasted time and energy on your guys' part. So just like taking that camp was fantastic, but letting them clear it was bad.
Right, and then they have like 2 tanks down bottom. What does good pressure look like? Just kind of just trying to throw as much as you can.
Oh my gosh, just walk your Zarya into their face. What are they gonna do?
Right.
Demolition expert. Zarya also not the right build here. You should be going feel the heat into this. The double front line. Yeah, for sure.
Because they have a double front line, the auto attack makes that much better.
Yeah, and you guys just don't have a lot of wave clear. Like, and in this, especially in these situations, because you get into that situation where you have to walk up, you have to step up to the wave, and you need to clear it, right? Like, especially when you're trying to walk in those sappers. So Zarya just walking up with feel the heat is like insane pressure on the wave.
Right. Okay.
You guys decide to. Okay, so wait, you guys die here, don't you?
Probably.
Yes.
I don't know.
How do you know?
I think so.
Because objectively, this is the wrong call. Okay, so why is this bad?
They had
Because
4
we
there?
could easily
Have a global
clear
that
it.
can fly in and immediate.
There. So this is a 3v5 effectively against you. Gul'dan can walk bottom, and so can Kerasim, I guess. So a 5v4. That's what this is. It's a 5v4 with your support split on the top side of this fight. Because Falstad can fly down, which is exactly what he's doing. So like you have to be careful when you're positioning yourself on the enemy's side of the map when you're against globals, because they can just snap fly on you or dig on you, and then you're dead. That's why invasions are so difficult. You guys didn't need to invade there. Like, you don't get anything. If anything, like, okay, so what does invading get you? It gets you either A, a kill, or B, their camp, right? But that's a high variance decision because they can fly in with their globals. However, if you just let them take their sapper camp, you can literally just put your bodies in the lane and then clear it, which satisfies that same criteria, but doesn't put you at risk.
So what would be the benefit of invading? Because we've gotten invaded on our camps a lot, but they've won that. And also we didn't have like globals that could fly in and...
If they didn't have their Falstad, invading there would have been the call. You can totally do that, but because they have the Falstad, it's not right. If anything, if you guys want to bait the fly because the shrines are up, that's a different call entirely, but I honestly don't think that's what you guys were looking for there. I think you were looking for actually contesting the camp. So baiting out the fly or baiting out the dig, fantastic idea. However, you need to understand that all you're looking for is the bait. You're listening for that whistle for Falstad, you're listening for that dig, and then you're getting out. But, yeah, so they, you know, when... You can only invade when you know that the dig or the fly is down in this specific comp. So, like, now if we look at this situation, we could have just stayed bottom, let them take their camp and then clear it, but now they're going to have the 3 sappers walking in, doing damage onto our bottom side.
While the shrines are going off.
Exactly, and we lost kills. So that was actually a huge tempo swing in their advantage. Okay, so it's good that we keep the kerosene. Oh, what is this Falstad doing? What a wildcat. So we need to put kerosene on the cap. That's usually the best call, but this is fine too. So we win that one. We get a kill off of this. That's good. And then, okay, so you guys actually decide to go for the top camp. Actually not bad, pretty sneaky. But again, and then they just TP up and they're gonna capture it. So there's nothing you can really do about this. You know, they actually dug to de-push this, so excuse me. So that's actually fine for you guys. At this point, okay, Kerasim's doing it. Immediately, you guys have to just put the one in the lane top and then send everybody bottom, grab that camp, and then push bottom because you know that their globals are down. So we have the one pushing mid. This is perfect. Now immediately Zarya walk down and start taking this camp with Kerasim. And then you guys need to dedicate people to this lane to push this camp out. They're actually just walking Dehaka down. This is wild. Okay, backing up.
Slow and we get invaded. Oh.
Okay, so you guys actually didn't see that information. Did we see them leave top from the creep wave? I think we actually did. No.
Oh, middle.
No, you don't see. You see them right here, 2, 3. Yeah, you actually see all of them. So Zarya cannot walk past this. Like, you can sit in the bush, but you can't walk anywhere past it. That is, yeah. So everybody just needs to be calling that. That's probably just, you know, people not paying attention to the mini maps. You got to make sure you're always doing that, because we had that information, right? We saw them rotating.
Right.
And again, they just walk bottom and clear this camp. So when we're, like I said, when we're dedicating time to take these sapper camps, we also have to dedicate the time afterwards to make them effective. So put the heroes in the lane that it's pushing and push it out. This is actually a really scary situation because they're hitting level 10 and we're against a global team, so. So they push.
I think this is where it started to fall apart.
This is definitely where it starts to fall apart. I can see it already. The only response here is to 3-soak. Like, you have to give that up in mid, unfortunately. So we need to send one person to the mid lane right now, because they're going to push it in. Do we miss soak here?
I bet we want to take the tower back, yeah.
That's fine. Like, the tower comes back. The tower isn't experienced. The whole point here is to get your experience back. We're missing a full creep wave mid and a whole bunch of damage. Can't let that happen.
Right. Roger.
Always send somebody to catch that wave. Because you guys would have got that anyways. Like, we had Greymane on the bottom. He can take it by himself, even. Man, these guys are just, like, rotating with their globals. It's wild. Okay, again, we've got 3-soak. It's good.
Yeah, we...
Sorry?
No, I didn't know if we were actually going to get the person bottom. I don't remember this game very well.
Okay.
All I remember is missing an ult.
And they all fly onto Arthas? I know they're looking at... These guys are so greedy. Oh my gosh. So, now that we have our 10s, like, we have to be forcing a fight before they hit 13. That's our, like, win criteria here, because... Or our win condition here, because they're going to hit 13 before we hit 13, right? So, we have to take this opportunity to try to get some sort of kill. 1 second. You have to force something in these sort of situations. What's it called? There we go. Sorry about that. Okay.
It's okay.
Okay, so we have a fight here. Oh, this is actually so good.
Except
Ooh.
no engage because our Arthas was below.
Yeah. Okay, so this is just one of those things where we're not communicating. We're not communicating what our objective is here, because obviously this bottom's pushing. There's not a whole lot you can do. Arthas just needs to mount up and walk the safe way to join this team fight, or hard engage on the bottom side of this fight. Like, there's two options, but hard engaging on the bottom side of this fight means he's probably going to get separated and might die, but we do have Palm. So they have both of these camps pushing in. But we cannot let a 4v5 happen like this. So, like, we have, like, a very obvious split here, right? This was our team fight, 100%.
I stayed for those pumpkins. Like, that's the only reason why I stayed. Like,
yeah.
I was seeing what was going on, but at the same time, seeing the pumpkins, they're just gonna go right into the fort and just kill it.
Which is fine. Like, we can always depush the forts, right? The forts are renewable resources. This team fight is what we need right now. We need that experience gap. We need to push them off the map so we can force something. We can force towers mid. We can force towers bot. Like, we need this team fight, 100%. Because if we don't, if we don't, they're just going to hit 13, and then we're going to hit 12, and then we have to wait 13 to 15 to take a fight, and then we're forced into another crappy situation. Like, taking what you can get as early as possible is what you guys need to look for. And what you can get right now is a team fight before they hit 13. Oh, we would have monstered this fight, too. With the Cindy, too? Like, oh my gosh. Okay, so look at this. If you walk top Arthas and Syndragosa, that's 5-person right there. And we also have Expulsion Zone on the backside of this fight to split them up. Like, oh my gosh, they're just melted.
I love hearing you say it. Wish it happened that way.
But that I want to say these sort of things because you guys are going to see them more often now.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, when you're behind like this, like especially against globals, because they're just going to make it even worse as time goes on, right? You need to force these fights because that's all you're going to get. Yeah, okay, so now they get the double cap, obviously. That right there is actually one of the biggest swing factors for this game, right there. This is fine just because they're on the top camp, but usually this could be pretty scary because, again, they have globals and we're not 13 yet.
I think we saw them and we were trying to get as much advantage as we could somewhere.
Exactly, yeah, that's smart. See, I like what you guys haven't done this all game. Look what you're doing. You're forcing. Like, this is good.
I think we were just defensive, you know? Like, I think at times we're just calling out. We do call out, like, oh, there's a level advantage going on. So that's why we're just kind of concerned about engaging.
Yeah.
So that's why, like, we make those type of calls in terms of just staying defensive instead of, like, taking the fight to them. Like, we do that a lot, for sure. Like, no doubt about it.
As soon as you see them take this top camp, you know that they've put resources top, so that, yeah, okay, here you go. You're forcing bottom. I was going to say, you could even, like, Syndragosa and try to dive this Falstad and get Gust out of him, but then, you know, that's a 90-second cooldown, or sorry, 100-second cooldown for 60, so not usually the best call, but force. That's, like, the name of the game here. Ooh, this is perfect. You guys have to rotate on top now and just absolute... Okay, we grabbed the bottom camp. So again,
a lot about having an aggressive mindset because we seem to like lack. We do play more defensively more often.
Yeah. Oh, these guys are wild. Okay, so like again, they're going to hit 16 really soon. We have to be forcing a fight. Have to be forcing a fight because you guys are going to fall too far behind. So like us splitting, not the right call. Sending Arthas bottom, absolutely not. We have to be forcing on this top side. Do we actually get 2 for this?
I don't think so.
Wait, we do. We get both caps, but one only does 3. So that's insane, but... okay, so... We won this shrine phase, the altar phase, sorry, but does that actually do anything for us? Like, we're still 14.5 to 16. We still have to get that 6... No, we're going to get a 16 to 18 fight. That's the next fight we're going to get. So, like, I guess that was good, but we seriously have to be forcing those fights when we're in situations where we can. So before they hit 16, that's the fight you have to look for, especially against the globals.
That's good to know, because we always get so concerned about being a level down or whatnot, and then we just kind of focus on soaking instead of we're just trying to catch up in levels, but it just never happens. So
find your opening and force fights. Because, okay, let's play devil's advocate. We're the enemy team. We're 15.5, and your opponents are 14. What is your objective?
To stay away from them, right?
Stay the hell away from them for half a level. Please stay away from them. We want to hit that 16 for free, and then just go do whatever the heck we want.
Okay.
Right?
Because that's definitely something that our team as a group, that's what we always do. We fall behind in levels, and then we just don't do that engage what you're talking about. So that's really good advice there because we don't do it. So
yeah, see, like here I would be expulsion zoning their backline and walking away, maybe trying to get a single pick onto their front line. Yeah, so we're gonna walk back here. So yeah, as soon as like we see this fear go out, like we need to expulse. So we have to just disengage this team fight because we have the sappers pushing bottom against us, and they're 16 to our 15. We do not win this.
Right.
No, I think this one is where we lost completely.
Yeah. So like immediately just expulsion zone and walk away.
I don't know what I'm going for.
And that's the most difficult part about this game, and that's going to be your guys' hardest thing to overcome, is how to shot call and how to play this game from behind. This game is so easy when you're on the front foot, right? Like, but when you're playing from the back, it's actually super difficult.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So they're going to go for the camp and the altar, and that would be the win.
Game is over. Okay, so we know what went wrong that game.
So if I'd have to say, I think Ben and I watch most of the tournaments and take notes and stuff. So I think, Ben, I would like it if you'd be the shot caller and I could do I can do the team stuff, because I do agree with the tank being the
pivot point, or the point, yeah.
Well, and it makes sense we can target the same one you're targeting because you're our ranged assassin. So anyway.
So, and we can obviously work on it together to a point.
I think with the idea that we need these positions in mind, we can work it out in some practice, because I'd like to see how John does doing macro calls, because I know he watches HGC every time it's on as well.
But I agree that I don't think I should be
everything at once. No way. That makes
yeah.
sense, yeah. I didn't even know there were 2 shot callers. It's just like, oh, call shots.
Just make it happen, please.
Yeah, just make it happen. Come on.
I'll be right back. I gotta go pee.
Perfect.
No, I knew there was one that was for team fights and one that was for
the game, the macro game.
Yeah,
I think we got some good advice there.
For sure,
especially when we're behind a level, we just kind of get lost in terms of what should we do if we're behind a level. How do we catch up, right? That was really good advice. We have to force a fight in terms of like finding gaps.
Yeah, the guy.
We have to find those
made the point.
Like try to find pick a 5-on-4 or like a 4-3-3, and if anything, do a 5v5. If it happens, it happens, right? So.
A guy in chat made the point.
I think we'll probably see. We'll probably see in other. We back off a lot as soon as the team engages, and like you said, we play defensively a lot, and we need to know when we need to turn that around.
Yeah. Is that fight that he was pointing out, like that big turnaround when I was staying bot? I was just concerned about the pumpkins. I didn't think that you guys were going to engage, so that's why I didn't join that team fight when you guys are going 45. So that's why I just.
It was interesting because it doesn't feel like a team fight until you consider both of our ults in the situation, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
I don't know.
Bathroom thought that just got me really excited.
Cool.
Oh, that'd be good.
Okay, so you guys, you need to. Okay, you're in such a good position right now because the teams you play against aren't well-established teams, and they have no idea what's going to hit them when it comes to drafts. So I want to see you guys like roll some pub stompy drafts. Like you guys need to play like the ETC Chromie Malfurion, where your win like.
I mentioned that. I actually
yes, he did.
That.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
No, you have to.
That comp. I actually mentioned that comp. I'm like, that's an unstoppable comp. I see people just power sliding root and then
the Chromie damage. Like you actually, it's insane,
auto kill,
right? And it has a very definitive win condition, and you know if you don't satisfy it at 4 minutes into the game, you're like, we've died twice and got no kills. You know you effed up, right? Like
and every time when we go to a draft, I think we just talk ourselves out of it. Like you'll see, like in our next games, we never pick those comps. Like even though I said it, like we never end up doing it because we're worried about what the other team has and whatever.
Okay, so start playing it in Team League. Like try it out.
The funny part is for that game, I said it even afterwards. I was going to pick Chromie that entire time, and then somehow, I don't know why.
It's funny because Amber loves the Malf, you love the Chromie, and Ben loves the any tank, which is the ETC for sure. So that's we should absolutely. I'd love to see us try that team.
Yeah, we definitely need to try that out. Wait, 1%, right? Yeah, and then it's so easy to analyze your mistakes and be like, oh, okay, we could have got a kill here. And also, like, against those comps, let's say you're running up against an ETC Malf Chromie, and you're the enemy team. Sorry, let me start over. I have NA brain. You're going against the ETC Malf Chromie. You know their win condition is to get kills on you, so you have to play with your tail between your legs. They get 100% vision control in the 4-man rotation if it's a 4-man map. So, like, if you're playing that and you don't dominate the vision control, you know you're playing it wrong. You know, you're not getting the picks, you know you're playing it wrong. It's very one-dimensional, which isn't a bad thing at this level of play. It's actually going to be super easy for you guys to analyze and, like, determine what went wrong. So, like, even this draft, this is so difficult to pull off, you guys. Like, you have the Sylvanas, like, who I think is actually not very hot unless you're a really good team. Because if you guys lose a shrine and you're playing from behind, you're like screwed with Sylvanas.
Yeah.
You really are. Like, you're 100% banking on winning Punishers. Yeah.
And in this game we thought about taking Kerrigan instead.
Again, Kerrigan is super, but like she's so hard to pull off. Again, so one-dimensional on this map. Like you guys gotta try like the Gul'dan style comp where literally your objective is to just put bodies on the shrine and then just clear the monkeys. Like something like that.
What they are?
That's what I call them. The skeletal defenders.
Yeah, there you go. All
I
right,
like that you guys have the Dehaka, but I think you guys need, especially if you're going to be putting Black Mamba on main shot call, you need to put him. You need to find somebody else to play the Dehaka.
Oh, is the Dehaka not? Or he's not a main.
I love my Dehaka. So
Okay.
I guess I have to give him up.
It's fine.
Say goodbye to Dehaka. I'll play him in Hero League. That's it.
Okay, it's not 100% though. Like, you can play the Dehaka like Cattle. He plays our Dehaka and he shot calls. Well, sometimes he plays the Dehaka. Sometimes it's Psalm. But you just have to be comfortable like watching the map and watching your team more often than yourself, and not dying. Also, you digging bottom like this, not good. Don't use your dig ever early like that. If anything, if you're going to dig, like group mid with your team, get essence off the first wave and then dig to a lane, if anything.
Rotate top. Okay.
Or walk, yeah. Walking is usually the best call. Okay, so like, yeah, your guys' draft is, I actually like it, shy of the Sylvanas. Like, oh my gosh, if we had the Gul'dan instead of the Sylvanas, are you kidding me? Like, you have so much control over the shrine. You have the Johanna to walk up, you have Malfurion for like massive sustain, and then Gul'dan to clear all the skeletal defenders.
Are you worried about stacking poisons with like a Nazebo and a Lunara or a Xiana Lunara? Does that like register as like a red flag in a building comp?
That's if okay. It just really depends. That's so much slow damage that it's really easy to play against.
All right. Okay.
So that's the only thing. Usually, so, like, if you have one.
Against a certain comp, that'd be like a bad choice just because of the healer or whatever.
Well, if you were against an Uther, it would be fine.
Yeah, but if they had Lucio, where they have sustain healing, like sustain healing against sustain damage, not the hot, right?
Right. Right.
Bacon Jedi on the Kerrigan. So they have their Kerrigan in the solo lane, it's fine. And again, like, we're not even utilizing the Sylvanas. So like, if you guys are running Sylvanas, you guys need to like 5-stack a lane and cheese a few towers off the beginning. Force them to rotate into you.
Okay.
I think it was on this map too that we noticed the 2 mid with Johanna really weren't doing anything.
Yeah, we did notice that. And I think I'm always like, if we're gonna run Sylvanas, I always like, if I'm playing Sylvanas, I'm like, I want to be in the lane with the most people because that's how you push it, right?
That's like, how she gains value. Yep.
Oh, Sylvanas is the solo laner, and I'm like, no, I want to be with people so you can push that shit. Sorry,
yeah,
right.
No, it's true. Like, if anything, put the Dehaka in the solo lane. Like, that's his job. And then you can have Lunara, and you can rotate. Like, you guys don't rotate a single time from mid bottom. This entire minute and a half. Like, you need to be clearing with the Johanna, excuse me, and then walking bottom, and then clearing again, and then establishing vision control. Like, we have the Wisp. Establishing vision control in this middle. Make sure they can't rotate. So, like, if I were to
Considering the vision control, makes sense.
Yeah, like, and we have scouting drone. They cannot walk aggressively from mid-bottom with your guys' comp.
I know for sure. I'm the Joe this game. I'm a scaredy cat, and I blow all of my skills all the time instead of using them when they need to be used. A little bit of note.
I want to back up just because. Actually, oh my gosh, did my game crash? No, it didn't. Okay, I'm not gonna. I'm scared. But yeah, you guys don't rotate a single time with your 3-man from mid to bottom. So if anything in this situation, we need to have Dehaka soloing top against the Kerrigan, and then have all 4 of us rotating from mid, bottom, and then you put the scouting drone in a position where you can watch their rotations, and the Wisp in a position where you can watch their rotations even more aggressively. And then you follow them. You're like, okay, they're rotating mid-bottom. Okay, we're just going to stop them with a condemn. Like, they cannot walk that direction if you guys have the vision control, because then they're walking blind into you, and then you get all of your damage onto them.
Now we know.
Excited to try it again.
So on this On this map specifically is like where you were just highlighting. Where is it? Like in that cloud of smoke right there. You can't see it because I'm pointing at it, but
right here.
Like right, yeah, there where the Arthas just kind of came up. Is that like the perfect spot for the scouting drone / wisp? Like right there.
It depends. With your guys' comp, because you have so much vision control plus the Johanna, you have more wave clear. Because you can step up with the Johanna with Iron Skin into the wave, clear the wave, and then walk down. You can set your scouting drone like right here or even right here to watch this area. Because this area is going to show them rotating down here, and then you can have the wisp here, or even you can put your wisp over here to watch if they rotate safely. Or you can even send the wisp top to help your Dehaka when he's solo laning, just to make sure that they don't rotate. Because if they walk back this way and then head top, you have no idea. You can set the wisp here just to make sure that they don't aggressively rotate, or the wisp here or here, anything like that. Using the wisp to stop ganks onto your solo lane is actually fantastic.
Right.
That's why I had that scouting drone up there, actually.
That's good.
Oh, that was their scouting drone. Yeah.
Oh, this one we knew that we didn't soak 4, and then we got blown away. In this
So yeah, right here, you guys just have to stay back while this Dehaka clears. Dehaka. Okay.
Yeah,
so,
I was trying to hustle the 4 for everyone.
That's okay. Like, you guys aren't under any pressure right now. This top shrine is a dangerous game, my friends. So, you should have stayed bottom for at least one more wave. They would have only hit maybe 20 monkeys.
Okay.
And then you can... Okay, so the whole... This is actually... Okay, I'm backing up. This is so good for you guys if you played it a little differently. So, if you keep Dehaka bottom for longer, it forces them to try to get the skeletal defenders or push out the lane as hard as they can. And that's fine, but because we're gaining XP here, whereas they're not, right? Because we're 2 soaking and they're only 1 soaking. So they need to force something in order to gain benefit here. So they're forcing the objective, obviously, with the Kerrigan. But this top shrine is insane because it's the only shrine in the game that only has 2 ways of getting out. So like mid one, you can get out way top left, bottom left, bottom, top, left, right, any of these directions. 360 degrees of escape. This one, however, you only can get out on this bottom side. So the team that commits to this shrine is the team that has the highest potential to lose. So like this Kerrigan right now is in a very scary situation because their team has lane control. You're not in a, or they're not putting themselves in a bad spot. So that they're fine right now. But you know, you guys just chunk them out super hard right here. If you guys back up, tap, and then try to engage on this Kerrigan, I actually think you win this fight. But we need the Dehaka bottom here. Because you need to force the fight up here, force them to come in through this bottom side, and then Dehaka teleport on the back side. Because then you have them completely surrounded. Like, yes, they have the Kael'thas, but it's not the end of the world. Like, you guys are good at dodging their Qs, or his Qs already. I mean.
We've actually been
really upset every time we get
really
hit.
hard.
Good.
Yeah, because of this game, because we got wrecked. Spread bomb and everything.
Okay.
There were a couple instances where we blew ourselves up.
Yeah.
And so we set ourselves a practice thing where,
Hey, what's up,
we need to practice against Kael'thas.
That's really smart. I like that. Setting up little exercises. See, they backed off and tapped. Now you guys are actually in a really scary situation. Because they can just do exactly what I said. They're going to collapse on the shrine, and now you guys really have no way of getting out aside from on this backside. And they push you into a choke with the KT. Honestly, I think this is mainly a comp issue. Like, your guys' comp just doesn't do anything on this map. Like, you bank so heavily on winning. You bank so heavily on winning this Punisher. Like, it makes it so difficult for your team. And, you know, it's funny because I was just talking about how having, you know, linear drafts are a good thing on starting teams. But, that's not what you guys should be looking for. Like, you know, you could be playing like a Sonya Arthas plus a global Sonya Arthas Dehaka would be insane. Actually, maybe I like the Gul'dan. I think you guys should be looking at Gul'dan drafts on this map because he's super easy to play with. And then yeah, he's got a pretty simple win condition, and I actually think you guys would work really well with it. But playing the Sylvanas means like you have to force so hard on that shrine to make sure you capture the first one.
I've been seeing a lot of Gul'dan. I mean, Gul'dan's always picked. He just seems so strong.
Wait, Sky Bunny the flippin' Juke of God.
I play Kerrigan. I know how to do.
Sorry, Goddess.
She does play Kerrigan.
Yeah. Okay, so you guys aren't super far behind, which is good. Oh, we got the DC on pause. Yeah, in this situation, same thing. Like, you guys aren't doing anything with your mid. Like, our Johanna and Malf are actually just like chilling mid here, doing like actually nothing. So we have to make sure that we're rotating and establishing vision control. Like, I know they're just free invading because we have no way of, like, look at this. We have nobody defending. This could have actually been good for us, but...
And it's funny, too, because, like, I think we saw them, and I think we were, like, calling it out or something, but I don't know what happened there. I don't exactly remember. I think Amber was, like... and I was like, I want to fight.
Yeah. So they just captured their shrine, so or their Khazra camp, so you know they're on this bottom side of the map, but they didn't show mid, they didn't show bot. So logic says they either safe rotated to the top lane or bottom lane in places where you couldn't see, or B are looking to engage on you. And B is usually the more logical answer. Because you guys have the global, right? They want to force against you. Sorry, you have the global that's showing on the bottom side. It's not like putting themselves in a bad situation because you have your solo laner showing top. So if anything, if the global shows up, it's just a 4v4. But like they're in such bad positioning here. Like if we had, what we needed to do is just push up our Johanna, make sure we're clearing this wave as fast as we can, and then rotating bottom again. Like that should be your flow of game between every single Punisher shrine.
We have to. We know we have to work on rotations just in general because I mean, you saw in the past few games, like we stick because we're either scared or we like want to be defensive or however we play. So we know that's a sore spot for us. We just need to figure out how to like actually make effective flow to hit.
Yeah. Even like I actually don't even think the scouting drone was necessary on this. I think you should have gone Moonburn. To just force that issue even more, like Johanna stepping up into that wave level 1, you know, with the Moonburns coming onto the wave, like that's going to do so much for your team. And then you rotate bottom, same thing, and then you're just constantly putting them under pressure because they have to just follow you guys, and then you just stop their rotations. You guys have so much more wave clear than them. Like you've got the Dehaka, you got the Sylvanas, you've got Lunari, you would have had Moonburn, Johanna. Like every part of your kit has so much wave clear. And then they just get this Punisher for free. Like, yeah, this game's gonna just snowball out of control at this point, I think.
Yep.
Yep. I think
Sorry,
it's
exactly
like another 6 minutes or something.
Yeah, this way more than last game. You guys' rotations were the problem here, and I think it's more draft and rotations. You guys are playing difficult comps. Like, we need to get you on those easy comps. Talking about those just blow up comps.
What's
or like
easy?
like I was saying, like ETC slides a single target, Malf roots on top of the ETC, Chromie hits Q, W, and mashes her face on the keyboard, and you get a kill. Like those kind of comps, you know what I mean? Like Muradin jumps in, Q's a target, Kael'thas follows up with gravity lapse, target dies. Muradin throws his hammer in the air and yells for the Bronzebeards. Like that's the kind of comp that you have to play. Like this is like so macro intensive what you guys are playing.
We're like trying to like push the whole map and do it like oh yeah.
We need to play way easier drafts.
Cool.
Well, you'll never hear me complain about playing Chromie. I'll tell you that right now.
Yeah, Chromie is a goddess. She's one of the best mages in the game. She's absolutely insane.
Pick her on every map. On this map too.
She's busted. Like, okay, so we have to rotate everybody topside right now. No,
yeah, Sylvanas called it in this game too. I think we were all late.
Yeah, we knew we were late.
We did not do it.
It's actually good to hear you say that, like, we needed to all be top because we kind of knew we needed to
Yep. Both A, to stop their 5-man push, and B, because everybody except for Dehaka needed to go top, obviously, and B, because we wanted to protect our resource that we were about to cap. Yeah, this is awful for us. Like, yeah, if you guys had an easier draft, I think you would have had a much better time this game, because they're going to end off this push, don't they?
I think so.
Yeah, so we've already highlighted the problems with this game, like 100%. It was draft and you guys' rotations were off. And after that first Punisher phase, when you guys didn't do anything between mid-bottom, huge issue because they invaded, they stole away our camps, and then they got kills on us, stuff like that, and it just made the issue even worse. They basically dominated the game because of our inaction. So, as a warrior, you have to be watching the enemy team. If your team... Okay, this is actually really weird about this game. If your ranged assassin dies, is it your ranged assassin's fault or your warrior's fault? Like, you have to ask yourself that question. And most of the time, I would say it's the warrior's fault.
Okay.
Because...
No, I definitely know that because... Well, I'm a warrior. I'm a scaredy cat. Not all.
Yeah,
I
constantly ask that. So sometimes I don't engage. I just I try to protect my backline, and sometimes I would be really aggressive. So I always ask that question. I always walk that fine line every time when I play warrior.
You want to know what's good? Dying as a warrior.
Nice.
Yeah. Because it's going to teach you so much. It's going to be like, holy shit, okay, I can't actually step up there. Yeah.
Yeah, they have to do so much to you.
But like, yeah.
I agree.
That means A, they're throwing all their damage onto you, and then you're going, and B, you're knowing what your limits are as a warrior. But like, your job as a warrior is to follow around their team, make sure that they don't engage on your resources. And your resources aren't just creep waves and mercenary camps. Your resources are your assassins, your resources are your support, the rest of your team. Like, you have to allow your teammates to do what they want to do in order to establish win conditions throughout the game. Like, that's why warrior is the most important role in this game. The warriors are insane. They're your carries, they're your everything. Like, they're mobile wards, they're actually everything.
Man.
Yeah. So on this game,
no, I love playing warriors. I don't mind.
Like with this again, we were trying to go for pick the map again, try to set up a comp on it. This is the time we actually got the Kerrigan, right?
Yeah.
But our biggest problem here was Anub'arak interrupting me, and then you guys had nothing. Like, there were so many times I was in cocoons.
I also didn't agree with the Lunara pick.
You guys have another very difficult draft. I don't like it.
What's difficult? Is it the Kerrigan?
It's
or
like
is it the Lunara,
it's the Kerrigan. It's the Kerrigan. Like, the Kerrigan, and you have burst damage with the Kerrigan and then slow damage with Lunara. They have so much more shrine clear than you guys. The only way that you have more shrine clear on them is if you're actually able to push up and put Kerrigan on it basically solo with the Zarya. Like, that's pretty much your only way of establishing shrine control. Theirs, oh my gosh, they have the most face rolled shrine control team in the world. They just like send in their Diablo. They're like, sure, I don't give a crap about Diablo. Like, they send in their Anub'arak, and then they just put gold down on the backside and have Greymane just bork all of the minions. Like, it's actually so simple for their team to establish shrine control, but your comp is much harder to pull off.
Yeah.
You guys are making this difficult for yourselves in draft already. Like, oh my gosh, their team is god tier. Like,
yeah, no, we learned Anub'arak was scary this game, I'm pretty sure.
Anub'arak is top 2, top 3 best warriors in the game?
Do you go by, like, win rates?
No,
How do you know?
no, screw that. Like, his kit is insanity. Like, Cocoon, are you joking me?
Yeah,
like,
that's what John's always freaking out.
He's got Nerubian Carapace, so he like takes no damage from any sort of spell sources. Like, he's got range engage that can go over walls. He's got a knock up that follows it. He has self-sustain with his shield. He has another shield on his burrow. Like, he's actually gross. He can turn fights into 5v4s. He can completely isolate heroes and then walk, like, if you cocoon somebody while they're walking away and then you walk into that cocoon, the enemy team is either forced to stay and break the cocoon to save their teemmate or just be like, yo, peace. Like, that's a free pick.
Watch us lose our healer every single fight this match.
I felt so useless this game. I was in cocoon like
always, the whole time. Yeah, it was they knew exactly what they needed to do, and we were like caught off guard by it.
Yeah, so on this map, you guys should be putting your Kerrigan top, I think, here, because you don't really have, like, you've got the Kerrigan plus Uther to kill somebody, but I'm not sure if you're actually going to get kills. So you basically have to decide here, right now. Are you putting Kerrigan in your 4-man, or are you putting Lunara in the 4-man? If you're putting Kerrigan in the 4-man, your win condition is getting picks with Uther Kerrigan. If you're putting Lunara in the 4-man, your win condition is clearing the waves. So you guys obviously decided to look for picks. Ooh.
We didn't realize that, I'm sure. Yeah.
And that's like when we first started this stream, that's what I said. What's your first goal before getting into every game? It's highlighting your win conditions, highlighting your strengths and weaknesses, and highlighting the opponent's win conditions and their strengths and weaknesses, right? So you have to talk about that as the shot caller. Wait, we have somebody in chat saying, Warrior's the hardest role, so chill. Do I sound like am I being a dick? I'm not trying to sound...
No, not at all.
Okay.
No, you're like
I don't...
person.
Oh, gosh.
Oh, gosh.
Okay.
This is sweet. And your chat's cool, too, so...
Hey, chat. We love you. So, like, we're already split right now. Oh, yeah, at least we've got the Johanna rotating this time. This is good. But, oh, we're so split. You guys, okay, we're not doing this again, okay? Promise me this. I'm gonna back up.
Okay.
We're rotating as 4 people because we're a team, okay?
Yeah, so this is the thing. This is the thing
I was
that
rotating.
This is the thing that I was thinking this whole game. I was like trying to clear lane's bottom, and I'm like, wait, weren't we going to try to jump up people?
Yes.
By myself.
Yes, not the hot. So like, having these people mid, fine. If anything, like you guys should have just cleared because the waves are crashing right now, right? And we just got bottom soak. Hyper clear this mid wave to force them to rotate mid because they need to catch the wave, right? So if you clear this mid wave as fast as you can, then you can 3-person rotate bottom with the Kerrigan and look for a pick. So Johanna right now should be walking into this wave and clearing it with Condemn plus Q. Because they're already rotating mid. Like, oh my gosh, and you guys would have been able to get like a free catch onto this Gul'dan too. Because he's rotating, you know, in a way that he doesn't, or he shouldn't be able to. Because we have Kerrigan. So we're already split. We're already doing the rotation wrong. Okay, we clear bottom. They send Dehaka bottom. Kerrigan immediately has to mount up, walk up top here, and look to get kills. Ooh, they're so caught out too. Let's go, Kerrigan. Let's go, baby.
Baby, let's go.
Okay, they walk safe. See, like right now, Gul'dan's dead. 100% Gul'dan's dead.
He's just a smart first choice too because he's the damage. He's the only one that's at least get away, right?
Oh yeah, he can't do anything to get away. Lucio can escape really easily. He's super... Oh my gosh. Okay, so Johanna needs to walk into this Gul'dan with W up. You get the Condemn, you get the follow-up CC from Kerrigan, you get the Uther Judgment on top of that. Dead.
Yuck.
So Kerrigan, make your life easier if you play Kerrigan by using hit confirmation on your team to get free combos.
You mean like if Uther does a stun and then...
Then you get a free stun.
Right.
So Uther's stun is point and click. Yours is skill shot. So why not use the point and click one to make yours free? Right? So like that was a huge... Like you guys, again, you didn't rotate properly. Yeah, missed opportunities. You didn't highlight... Or, sorry, you didn't satisfy your win condition. And that's why, again, we're going to go back and say it's important for you guys to make drafts that are easier for yourselves. Because this has, you know, it's fairly open-ended. Like, you can look at this and be like, did we satisfy our win condition? Yeah, we have the Kerrigan, but are we actually looking for picks, or are we just looking for shrine control? If you have those easy drafts, you don't have those conversations. You're like, holy crap, we didn't get our kills with ETC mouth. Whoops. Let's do better next time. Let's dominate the vision control, and if they ever walk anywhere near a bush, they get slid on and die.
That sounds delicious when you say
it. You guys are going to get those drafts, and it's going to happen. You're going to be like... He was right. I love him.
He's so right. Oh, I love him. Can't wait to talk to him next week. Oh,
gosh.
Yeah, right. Okay.
So, okay, no teams level 4. Where is our... okay, no, we're fine.
Did we stay for the 4 because of the previous week's game? Did we?
So they have Gul'dan on the shrine. We get a bit of damage. Okay, hold up. We did this wrong.
Oh.
Excuse me.
You're excused.
Denka. Hey, my voice is holding up, so I'm feeling good. You guys feeling the hot?
Good. The hot.
So this is difficult because, okay, so in this situation, we should have sent Zarya bottom to catch this wave because Anub'arak was there, and she's the only person on the map, and then just put Uther and Kerrigan mid to catch that wave as well, because you guys need to look at 4, right? That's your goal here. And they're pushing out bottom with Anub'arak, so you have to respond. Look at this wave. You guys are missing so much experience down here. You don't need 3 mid here. Like, you're not getting a kill. You need to send Zarya bottom to catch this wave. You guys have full ammunition, so it's going to clear the wave really fast, but you guys are missing so many minions. Oh no, this is awful. Even though you hit level 4, like, they weren't going to get this shrine in time. So, like, you guys could have just grabbed that wave real quick, and then you're already on your way back up. So that would have been actually like half a level in experience there that you would have got. And now you can contest. So with your Kerrigan comp, that's the whole point, is to push up onto this altar, right? You want to establish altar control as best as you can. This is like the best case scenario. They just dove in so deep, and they have like the worst positioning. So Zarya's getting some crazy energy. They pushed up.
Oh, you're ahead of us, right? Yeah.
Some decent energy.
Yeah.
And that's another thing that we didn't do as well early as we needed to, is just, like I said, you push up so hard with that Johanna plus Zarya, and you force them to do damage into you, because then you have the Zarya to shield everything. You can even walk into towers. You guys haven't done that yet with Zarya. You walk up to the tower, and then you just soak some damage. And, like, okay, this is what I mean. Their draft is so damn easy. Like, if you guys don't get immediate kills with the Kerrigan, they actually just sit there with their Gul'dan. He hits D, he hits Q, he hits Q, he hits E, he hits D, he hits Q, and then they win the team fight. He literally does nothing, and they win the game. But your guys' draft is so precise, and you need to pull it off so perfectly. Your draft is obviously, like, if you get it off, like, you're going to snowball with the Kerrigan. You know, the Punisher jumps onto a target, you get a free hit confirm on Kerrigan combo. That's a dead person. With Lucio no cleanse, like, if you guys win that first Punisher, you guys are going to snowball the hell out of this map. But you're putting yourself in such, like, a small window of opportunity in order to be successful. And as a new team, you can't do that.
Right.
Fantastic.
Oh, so good. Oh,
it's funny because I play Kerrigan on this map all the time in Hero League, and I have a very high win percentage with her in Hero League, but that's like very different.
Yes, very different.
Yes.
Very different.
They did it again. Okay, so
Yeah.
Yep.
we need to you guys, you know the definition of insanity?
They're doing the same thing multiple times, expecting different results. Yeah.
We're not an insane team, are we?
No, we're insane.
We're insane.
We learn one lesson a week. Last lesson was not division.
Okay, so Zarya pushes up this mid wave. Perfect. But you have to leave now. Your team is trying to capture this trying to capture your Khazra camp. You have to walk away. Like, you do absolutely nothing with 0 energy against this. Also, again, feel the heat on this map, please. Next time.
Yes.
Not Demolitions Expert. Because then you can just push up into the defenders and you do so much damage with feel the heat. We let them invade again. Ladies and gentlemen, never again. We're going to protect our resources, okay? Yeah, so Zarya needed to push out that wave and then just walk down here. Uther was kind of like put in a bad situation because you wanted to soak the wave, but we had no ammunition, so the wave wasn't actually going to crash and we weren't going to lose any experience, so walk up here as well.
Oh, no ammunition is a good thing because you don't lose experience. Wow.
Exactly.
Hey. Never thought of it.
These are all things that, you know, you need to be seeing as the game's going on, and it's difficult to see all that stuff, but yeah.
Even thinking about creep waves in the way that you're thinking about creep waves is going to help me a fuck ton.
Wait, is this the right pick on the Uther talent too? Isn't it Guardian, not Hand of Protection?
I'm still not the greatest Uther player.
Okay.
So Mouth is my best. But...
Good. Okay, so then let's put you on the mouth. How come I haven't seen you on the mouth?
I was asking her later. I was like, "Why did you pick Uther?" Like,
there is a lot of people saying, "Do Uther," because he's so good right now. But like, yeah, there's a reason my mouth is like almost level 60.
JNS Jr., thanks for the follow. Yeah. Okay, so let's put you on the mouth, please. Because it's important that you're playing the supports that you're really comfortable with. Obviously, you can branch off and play new things, and that's your job in Hero League to establish, like actual comfortability with certain heroes. So you know that you have to do that as a player. But when you guys are practicing and playing like tournaments like this, like let's make sure you're putting yourself on heroes that you're comfortable with.
Fantastic.
Excuse me. But yeah, in this case, I think Guardian would have been the better talent just because they're going to have APOC, I assume. They've got the stun from Diablo on his Q. They've got the stun from Anub'arak, right? His Q is considered a stun, or is it a knockup? Whatever. Yeah. But yeah, I think it's definitely that talent over... Wait, do I actually not know that? I'll have to check. But anyways, 70% hardened shield is insane. Maybe chat will confirm because I'm a noob. So like here we have to just completely abandon this fight. Okay, backing up. I was getting a little ahead of myself talking about the talents there. So back into the game. Unfortunately, you guys have to abandon this Punisher. No chance you get it.
Not on the 10, no.
Marsh confirms, yes, Guardian's the right pick. I agree with Marsh. So yeah, you guys have to send, you have to 3-soak right here. If anything, okay, we're backing up. We're backing up. Sorry, I see so many things and I just start like talking on a tangent and yeah, I get a little bit, sorry guys.
No man, the more stuff the better.
Okay, good. So seeing... As soon as, what was it, like 5 minutes and 45 seconds-ish, when we saw the bottom shrine capping, that is always your best time to take your Fallen Shaman camp on the top side of the map. So as soon as you saw that, we needed to put our resources top and look to capture that, and then 3-soak. Because we know they're about to hit 10. They're basically guaranteed this Punisher. You guys cannot be here clearing this. This is a waste of time because you're not going to clear it in time for them to hit 10 and then come and contest you. It's just not going to happen.
Right.
So you guys have to not be here. You guys being here is literally just a waste of time. Like you're getting it sweet. You're at 20 monkeys, but they're 10.
That was 20 monkeys wasted.
Literally, you just wasted 20 seconds, 25 seconds. When we could have taken top, our top Fallen Shaman camp and then push top side, we would have gotten at least 2 towers and then put people mid, put people bottom, play safe. Because you have to give this up. And honestly, them spending the entire time, this entire, like you have from 9 to 10, you have them on the shrine for you to get 9 to 10. That is your goal here. You cannot fight them because they're level 10. They will walk all over you. Your win condition here is to get level 10 before they walk up to your keep towers and try to basically like end the game with Kerrigan. It's not going to happen here, but yeah, you guys cannot be here.
Right, we would maybe like end up trading bottom tower for top tower, or
hell yeah.
Yeah.
So force, like, Heroes of the Storm is all about looking at the current situation and determining how you can maximize your experience gained from it. And here it would be 3-soaking plus forcing an objective on the other, or not even an objective, structures on the opposite side of the map. So you guys taking your hard camp top and then pushing top hard, you could probably even get a fort off of this. Fort and then back, and then you're going to have your Fallen Shaman camp plus a swole wave pushing this top lane. My apologies for the lingo, but...
No, it's good lingo.
But yeah, so like you guys would have had so much pressure on the top side of the map, which is going to force the opponents into losing on the top side when their Punisher's pushing. It's like you always want to min-max these situations. Like right now we're single soaking when we need to be triple soaking.
Right.
I think we're realizing it now, but this is almost an entire minute too late. So we clear mid. Like we already need to have somebody top, because you can top and back and then be... This bottom fort is the deadest fort I've ever seen in my life. So like this thing isn't even alive anymore. You see it at full health, it's not actually full health. It's dead. It's gone. Because guess what they're going to do? They're going to just walk up past it, looking for that Punisher jump, looking for that, you know, engage with the Anub'arak. So, like, yeah, we have to be triple soaking here. Have to.
Cool. All right.
We actually could have gotten, oh my gosh, and they get their camp? These guys are so greedy!
It's the same guys we played in the first replay.
Tell them to go away. Oh no, Lunara, my sweet princess. Wait, why isn't this Diablo engaging? Okay. But yeah, we needed to triple clear. Sorry, I'll stop talking about it, but very important. I want to hammer that into your guys' head. You also can't fight here, I don't think. Oh, this Uther's a gad. Wait. Wait, we actually traded really well there. But
you're talking about my divine storm.
Yeah, what did I say?
You said I was a god.
Oh,
your voice just comes a little bit before the stream, so I was like waiting to see what you were talking about.
Yeah, you land a massive divine storm. Okay, so fighting here is not a good idea, but you guys actually do well into it, so that's good. So, you know, considering the situation, you guys do well with it, but yeah, I would highly advise not doing this in the future. I say we just abandon this completely. We abandon this fort. We try to get a little bit of damage onto them, but like we want them to dive us when it's advantageous for us. Here the Punisher is like mashing on people when they're not taking any structural damage. Now they're taking structural damage, but beforehand they weren't. We were fighting them up here. So like if anything, just completely abandon this fort. This fort means nothing. Like I said, it's the deadest thing I've ever seen in my life. Let's use our Johanna, jump the Punisher over the wall, and then if they want to fight us, we fight them on our terms, not on their terms. That you guys, but considering the circumstances, you guys traded so damn well there, so nice job. And you guys aren't even behind in XP now. Like this is so good. Like so good. Yeah, so we're gonna have a look at this. Hey Marsh. Thanks for the auto host, man. I love you very much. You're my sweet boy. Okay. Okay, so yeah.
Oh, I love it.
I wonder, okay, considering this, I wonder if they would have, it's hard to talk about this because this camp shouldn't even be up because you guys should have taken it during the bottom shrine, but that's okay. So, I want you guys, I'm just going to say it one more time. Next time we see a shrine bottom side, as soon as that pops, let's make sure we're taking our shaman camp just to maximize the situation, okay? Roger.
Should you be taking it even if the shrine is up top?
No. You can. Okay, so I was talking about this a little bit earlier. Do you remember when I was saying it's really important to establish lane control on the top side? Because if you have lane control and your minions are pushing onto their side of the map, you can actually walk into the shrine for free. However, if they have lane control, they can do the opposite. So, or the exact same thing, sorry. So if you have your Fallen Shaman camp pushing the top side, it makes it easier for you to establish lane control. Therefore, you can control the shrine better. So it is good in that respect, but it's not as optimal, right? If anything, you want your Khazra camp mid, because then it's pushing mid while everybody's top, right, forcing them to lose.
Right.
Right.
Is there generally enough time? I should know this, and I feel bad asking, but is there generally enough time when you get the notification for the shrine spawning to go grab the camps if everyone commits to it?
Not usually, unless you have the resources in that area, because it only gives you 15 seconds. But keep in mind, it gives you 15 seconds to start the objective. That's not when the objective starts, right? It gives you 15 seconds, and then the shrine is active, or sorry, can be activated. So it, you know, it depends on multiple circumstances. The enemy team being in the right spot to go and rotate and grab the shrine, etc. So, but usually you can determine, like, hey, it's been a minute past when the last Punisher, or when the Punisher died. Maybe we should go and look and grab our camp. You know, like you can time it like that. And then if you have, like, let's say we know it's going to be on the bottom side-ish of the map because the last Punisher was top. We know it's going to be either mid or bottom. You know, and it's been like a minute and a bit since the last Punisher. You can go and capture this. You can go and capture this, and then just put your warrior like here or here, so that they can't invade and take it. And then as soon as it spawns, boom, you go capture it. Done. Karen is waving both hands at my left. Love you, Karen. Yeah, so like you can do that. So we've got the top side, and okay, so our goal here, we need to establish lane control. Our main goal here, and is to not be where we are. Why?
Because they're 13.
Both of those are correct.
That too.
Both of those are correct. We're in a situation to be engaged on when we want to be not engaged on because we're not in the same talent tier. Right. Yeah, so that one was a very, very obvious mistake, right?
I'm pretty sure I get slammed so hard up against this wall that my body breaks.
Body break! Talking about those workout videos, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay, so...
Okay.
Oh no, Lunara. My sweet Bambi. So that was the problem here, right? Like we got ourselves pushed into a really crappy situation.
Yep.
Yeah, so we needed to put our Zarya mid and de-push this, get our 13, and then come up and engage.
Yeah.
That's all.
Cool. Yeah, we panicking about they're on the thing and we're not on the thing. Oh, we gotta get on the thing. We're gonna get the whole thing before we even get on the thing.
No, not the
there's
thing.
The cocoon again.
That's what I was thinking about. Yeah, you're done.
And then guess what happens off that? You guys do that thing where you feed.
Yeah, love feeding. Trying to end world hunger over here.
Oh. Memes.
Mems.
Wait, do they end off this?
I think they do.
They do, I think, yes. Yeah.
See what they're doing here? They're putting they're putting the gray man on the shrine and then pushing the objective, or sorry, they're pushing the structures in the objective pushing lane. Smart. Smart little cookies.
Look at these particle grenades, though. Love particle grenade build. Love it.
Our Zarya has to... Okay, never mind. Just as I say that, she gets 100% energy. Our Zarya always has to make sure she's stepping up a little bit further than she normally is. Zarya's win condition is trading damage, right? Trading damage into your shields. So we gotta make sure we're satisfying that. Okay, so you guys are scared now. You have to back up to your wall.
We're scared? Because okay, yeah. Okay, we're scared now.
I'm pretty sure we don't, and yeah.
Oh, there we go.
So, in this situation...
There's 16.
Yep.
Yeah, that just happened.
This is terrifying, you guys. So, right here, all 4 of our backline need to be here, on the, right-ish side, and then our Johanna needs to be right here. You have to blind, and then Iron Skin, and then walk down. You want to drag that Punisher here, so it's taking damage from this fort, it's taking damage, or sorry, this keep, this tower, this tower. We need to drag the Punisher in this location.
Yes.
So, you know, we get multiple stun, and Johanna doesn't Iron Skin it. And then we die.
Oh, that's such a... beautiful.
I always try to draw the Punisher when I'm Joe.
Johanna is fantastic for drawing the Punisher.
Yeah.
The Iron Skin, blind. Ooh.
You blind over the wall so that Punisher gets vision of you, and then he snap jumps on you. He John Cena's that ass. So, yeah. So just
Cena. I see.
We need to put our all of our other heroes further back. So they have vision because they broke the wall. But sure, fine. We don't even have to blind. It doesn't even matter. But yeah, she jumps, or the Punisher jumps. We get double stunned and no Iron Skin. And that actually loses us this game.
Yeah, once I got this. Yeah, once I got this done.
Okay, we know I'm quitting that replay. Again, I think we really have to work on the drafts that we're running, because that draft is so difficult to pull off. If you guys want to run the Lunara, why aren't you cheesing double support?
We've been talking about it.
Why is that good with Lunara?
Actually.
I wouldn't even know.
Against multiple frontline targets, it's actually insane.
Oh, fantastic. Okay.
Because you look for like really long fights, and if they have warriors that are just looking at like blowing up your backline, they never get that win condition because you have 2 supports.
Nice.
So like stuff like that, but like I actually think you guys need to be oh wait, sweet. You guys have to be running more. It's weird to say this, but
comps.
yeah, easier comps, exactly. I wouldn't even say more linear comps. I'd just say easier comps. Like Deny Distress, thanks for the follow. Can you guys /join Kala? It's a channel in game, and we can all join this replay.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
How do I do that?
Let me open my game again.
You just type /join KALA in chat, like in the heroes chat. Oh my gosh, my brain. NA brain in Heroes of the Storm. Yeah, there we go. Or if you guys have each other as friends, you can join off of each other.
Oh my god.
No, we're not friends.
Oh wait, one person's gonna have to sit out. Oh wait, no, they're not. No, they're not. I'm a
No,
You
we're
do
missing
some-
the
NA
dude.
brain again.
Oh, he's a master. Oh, he's level 565.
I'm low
Oh,
level.
it's Anub'arak level 23. Oh.
Oh gosh, I'm actually super low level. I spend more time watching games than I do playing games. So
Cool. I like that. Oh, he's been playing here for 2 years.
yes, yes, Daddy, give me the stats.
Oh, the stats. Wait a minute.
I don't
I'm just
understand
inviting.
this heroes mastered thing. Oh, does that mean you got him to level 15?
Yes. Why are we playing so much Infernal Shrines? That map sucks.
Oh, because we're like, yo, we're gonna do so
Map.
good on this map. Take it.
We picked the first one, and then the second one was picked for us.
And then the
And we were
third
like,
one?
fine.
And then this third one was picked for us too.
And we were
Everybody
like,
was trying.
We have 4 people in. Is that everyone?
Yes,
Yeah.
this is everyone.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
had
If I see Sylvanas or Kerrigan, I'm actually tilted.
No. So this one we actually planned a comp beforehand,
Nice.
but it
Still
It
didn't go very well.
work? I don't remember.
legit trying to shot call here.
Yeah,
harder
except,
than I was
except
before.
we planned the comp based off of the hero strength list that we had just made.
Okay.
Yes.
So we didn't necessarily plan the comp for this
Gameplay.
map. And Diablo was not part
We
of
were
our
planning
comp.
like
Right.
Cursed Hollow because that's like the most you can basically run whatever comp you want, sort of, on that map.
As we understand it, yeah, we just wanted easy.
So
And
use
also I was gonna be Tyrande instead of Jaina.
okay. So use Shift Z to back out as far as you want, or as far as you
Oh.
can. Sorry. Or Shift Z.
Cool.
Sorry for
Wait,
you
what?
No, that's
Americans.
good. You. Oh.
Okay, so tell me about your comp and tell me about their comp. Here's the test.
Oh, fantastic. Let's do it. So,
They gotta go Dan again, so they're gonna rock us. So they try and control.
we wanted the Nazebo solo in the lane to get the stacks and stuff. We picked it. I remember we have a strong gray main, or at least so we thought.
We have a Wombo combo type of thing with the Diablo, Greymane, Jaina. They have a better sustain comp because they have double support, double tank with the poison slowly ticking away.
Okay, so looking at this, they have double support Gul'dan on Infernal Shrines. You guys have Nazebo. How does Nazebo win games?
Late
Like,
game.
and
He hits level 20. That's what he does, right? That's how you win games with
We
Nazebo.
never get to late game too.
And that's the problem. That's the problem I'm
We
seeing.
never
Because
get
they
late
have the
game.
Gul'dan plus double support. They're literally just going to put their bodies on these shrines. You guys are not going to be able to do anything. And here's why. You drop, all of your Jaina damage onto one target. Cool. They just heal it all up with their double supports. They don't care. Like, you guys cannot play Jaina into this. You can't play Jaina Nazebo. You've got double like spellcasters that Nazebo has slow damage. They have double support for slow damage. We have like the burst damage that's so easily negated by Jaina because of their double support.
and I honestly didn't know. I was gonna go with Tyrande, and we were gonna basically plan on blowing up a target.
So Tyrande works well, I guess, if that's the style of comp that you want to run against double support. But guess what's work? Yeah. So guess how you play against double support?
More damage.
You literally just don't fight them. Pick Ragnaros to de-push their first Punisher, and then play macro. Pick Dehaka or a Falstad, and just force other lanes.
Whoa, really?
Because double support, how do they win games? They fight. Like, they want you to fight them. Yeah, they literally want you to fight them. So then don't give them their win condition. Go to other portions of the map and make them come to you. Like, if they want you to just stack on that shrine and fight them, don't give it to them. Pick the Dehaka, pick the Falstad, get in other lanes, have your Ragnaros if you want to de-push that first Punisher or even second Punisher. Like, make sure you give yourself the comp that fights against them. Like, obviously they probably picked this Lily late, right? Like, you didn't know that they're going to double support?
Right.
Actually, I think they picked it pretty early.
Okay. So if they ever pick Lily, 9 times out of 10 they're going double support.
No,
actually, they picked Lily. They picked Lily late because what we did was we took Diablo, then they went Oreo Gul'dan, and they went their tanks, then their last pick was Lily.
So is Ariel also often a double support kind of healer?
Yes. More commonly you see her double support. Like, we'll play her, obviously, and other HGC teams will play her solo support because she works really well on that, and double support actually isn't very prominent in HGC, but more often than not, you do see her in the double support situations. So, did you just tell me you first picked Diablo on Infernal Shrines?
No, sorry. We first picked Greymane. That's what we did.
Okay, that's not bad.
Greymane, and then we went, and then they went Oreo Gul'dan, and then I think we took our tank and.
And we took Diablo and Melf, I think.
Yeah, Diablo and Melf was after that, and then they took their tanks, and then we took Nazebo Jaina, and then the last pick was Louis.
So Diablo, Diablo in the one. Okay,
because I was going to be Tyrande, and then to basically do like the Diablo Greymane boom. Thing.
But like even
that's the comp we were practicing for like Cursed Hollow.
That's true. So if you want to go a Diablo blow up comp, play it with Zeratul. Zeratul instead of the oh my gosh, if you guys had the Zeratul instead of the Nazebo, like, much easier, because then your win condition wouldn't be late, it would be much earlier, and then you'd actually be able to win fights at 10. Like, you Void, and then you APOC, and then drop the Void as soon as APOC shows up, and then you ring off top of that, they're dead. Like, straight up.
Sounds like we need to practice a Zeratul player.
You guys don't have a Zeratul player?
No.
I play Zeratul.
Yeah. Oh, yes, we do.
Zeratul's insane. So, like...
That's the problem, is that I play Zeratul and Ben plays Zeratul. So and I'm the range DPS.
No, gosh dang it. Okay, we have to quit the replay and start it again. That's why I hate HOTS replay. We'll have to quit. Sorry guys, I can't back at all because it just switches over owners. So let's try this again. So I'm not going to be backing up. I'm just going to be talking about things. Sorry everybody. So let's everybody exit out of the game and we'll join back up. So troll.
So troll.
But yeah, it's double support is really hard to play against. I feel for you guys. It's so, like, they have so many opportunities to screw up and it just doesn't matter because they just throw themselves into you and they'll win fights no matter what. Like, that's why double support's so cheese right now. So everybody join up again and we'll jump into that game. And then
sorry, my computer's made of wood. Sorry.
No, it's all good, dude.
Eros disconnected.
I see that too. Are you even in Discord chat anymore, or did he get disconnected? Okay.
My entire stuff crashed.
Ah.
Aha!
Rest in pepperonis, my friend.
Yeah, ripping pepperinos. In fact, maybe you should go without me. I can watch from the stream. Would you mind?
Pardon me?
Would you mind just going on, and I can watch from the stream because I think.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. All right. That'll be easier for me. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, so then we're all here?
I believe so.
Yes.
Alrighty. Okay, so we've got 3 people in. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I just got asked the question. What team is this?
Ooh. We are.
We are the Killer Bunnies.
Oh, let's go, baby. The Killer Bunnies. I love it. Argy, this is the Killer Bunnies. They play in Heroes Hype. Argy is an admin at Heroes Hype, so.
Yeah, I think
Fantastic.
He's a good guy.
He's from Monty Python. Do not underestimate
The Killer Bunnies.
that bunny.
We are the knights who say ikke bakonga bong. I run production. Okay, fine, whatever, Argy. I don't even care. You're not my real dad. Okay, so
Oh my gosh,
yeah.
everyone's moving so fast. Ah!
Sorry. Okay.
Oh, wait.
So no backing up. So you guys have to play safe. Why? Because we decided to put our Nazeebo top lane. So you guys can't even like push past 30% in the lane right now.
I think we even said that, like, hey, we don't even need to be mid because we're not gonna let them get quest stacks.
And guess how we know that they're all here? Guess how we know that they're all here waiting to kill us?
Because we can't see any of them?
Because Gul'dan's stepping up like an idiot, trying to taunt you guys.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's how. That's how.
Wait.
You can't even like be where you are now. You can't be there.
Nope.
If anyone face checks the bush, it's our Diablo, but Diablo can't face check the bush. So.
Yep.
Already off to a bit of a rough start.
That was my bad.
Obviously, so they send the Lily to the top lane. This is good because into Nazeebo it doesn't really do much. Okay, so we're going to snap clear this bottom. See what they're doing? Rotating and denying vision in this mid lane? Or in this between mid-bot? That's what you guys need to be doing more often. So they've got like the hyper wave clear, right? With the Gul'dan, and they have double warriors. Like, their comp is going to be so difficult for you guys to play against. Because now Jaina is going to be put into those situations where she's got to use her spells on the wave, blah, blah, blah. So now at this point, the game is like fairly equalized. Everybody needs to mount up. Our warrior needs to mount up first and head this rotation. Our ranged assassin can never be leading the rotation.
Yeah.
I have 0 sound on. Hello. So let's make sure we're doing that. I have to turn it down again. You guys, I'm so bad at this.
You can rename yourself to Tim the Wizard, but just don't come near my lair. I'll eat you. Just saying.
So we're already disjointed when it comes to our rotations here. So the biggest thing you guys have to work on is getting your, like... So, okay, starting at the first Shrines game we watched, we had 2 people mid, not rotating at all, 2 people bottom, kind of not doing a whole lot. This time, at least, we have 3 people rotating. So we're making progress. We need our Diablo, or our tank player, whoever's on Warrior, we need him or her walking from mid to bottom with the team. So, like, Diablo has died twice for being by himself so far, and that can't happen. Which we're already down half a level because of that. And against double support, like, it's not forgiving whatsoever. In this situation, everybody's rotating from mid-top. We had that information. Nazeebo needs to be called back, so that information wasn't going out to Nazeebo, and he gets picked.
Yeah.
So, so Nazeebo, it's both your job as the solo laner and the rest of the team, if you're seeing that sort of stuff going out, to make sure everybody is notified of when rotations are happening. So we had full information of that rotation from mid-top, so Nazeebo shouldn't have been there. I like that you guys decide to go bottom and clear. Oh, wait, why is Arthas down here?
I don't know, but we were like, well, they killed our Nazeebo, let's kill Arthas.
Yeah, good stuff. I thought Arthas was 100% going to be top side because they hit level 4 already. So that was fantastic.
Sweet body block.
You know, we're losing the lane top, or the wave top, but they're losing an even bigger one bottom, so good stuff. Now we're level 4. We can actually contest. Oh, no. That was so close.
That was close, yeah.
How did that not... How did your E not hit? I'm so confused.
I don't know why I didn't hit it.
Okay, well, that would have been a kill onto Lily. That would have actually changed this a whole lot. Because that's what you need against double support, right? You need, like, flash picks like that. And, like... I really like Diablo on this map, and on Tomb of the Spider Queen in particular, just because there's so much geometry to ram people into walls, right? Like, this Lily can die here.
I like that you just used the word geometry.
That's right.
See, like, this Lily is dead, please!
I don't know, he didn't die.
Didn't die.
Yeah, I don't know how he did. Yeah, I think I was like, I'm pretty sure. So this is when I started 100% shot calling everything, and I'm pretty sure I was like, Lily.
No, you were screaming Lily, but I don't know why she didn't.
So I think the problem here is the Nazeebo. Like, this Nazeebo pick does not work in this comp because the damage is just too slow. We need, excuse me, we need burst damage.
Against double healer, that makes perfect sense.
Yeah, we need the burst damage. And, like, honestly, like, you're setting yourself up to fail with Nazeebo because he requires late in order to be relevant. Nazeebo's main map is Dragonshire.
Oh, really?
Or Towers of Doom, right? Because that one goes longer.
Towers of Doom is also pretty good with Nazeebo, but I would say Dragonshire 90% of the time if you're picking Nazeebo. But he's also good on Towers, though. You're right, because those games do go quite long.
Well, I take it personally because I love Nazeebo, but I'll just learn other heroes.
And that's the mentality you have to pick if you're wanting to play on, or if you're wanting to play on a team, man.
Right, totally.
So that's smart of you. Tomb is great for Naz too. Yeah, that's actually true as well. Tomb is a good Nazeebo map too. But Tomb also suffers from the same thing as this map. Because on Tomb, if you fall too far behind, all of a sudden you're down 3/4. You can never push up to even get to the objective. Like, they have so much control over the map that Nazeebo becomes really difficult to play. But it is another map that goes late. So they put one top, we have Art's top, like... Yeah, the Nazeebo is a difficult pick for us right now. I like the fact that we 3-soaked. They only got 2 towers off of their Punisher, and we were 3-soaking the whole time. Look at the experience. Not a big differential. Good call, guys. Okay, so they snap, go and grab their Khazra camp. We can do the very same thing. We have Jaina at Diablo on it right now.
I think we hesitated because we were debating.
No, I was calling to go, but then I didn't have anybody with me except for Bunny.
We can't go here. Why?
Because no one else is coming with us, also.
That
2v3?
And because Lily's bottom.
Or 2v4?
Going into Arthas zone control.
Wait, who's this piece of garbage in my chat?
Yeah.
So randomer, I was gonna tell him to duel me.
Yeah, right. I'm pretty sure that we have 2 girls that can smoke him, but that's all right. Is there no win? Is there no kill condition with those 2 heroes against diving into them, like Robin?
Sorry, could you repeat that?
Thank you.
Is there no like kill condition with that push in with their invasion right there? Like, is there no way to get that kill just because the heroes that went in? Like,
you guys
2 against 4.
The situation is bad because you have minions crashing mid and you're already behind in experience, and they have level 7. Level 7 and it's a 4v4, so you guys lose that on paper every time. So the talents is the big loss factor here. So and at this point now we kind of just have to give this up to... We can clear mid. We would have actually been level 7 to contest this if we didn't try to contest theirs. So now they're in the bad situation because they're on the wrong side of the map. We can collapse on them. Lily's half health. Right now we got a snap engage on them. We cannot let them take this from us for free when it's even. Okay, so right there. We were 6.5. They were just hitting 7. They went and took their Khazra camp. That's fine, but we cannot let those minions push in mid and us lose that soak, and then us try to engage on them when it's 4v4 plus down a talent. We can never let that happen. So instead, we just needed to put like the Greymane mid, Diablo and Jaina go and do our Khazra camp. We would have picked up level 7. We would have both gotten the Khazra camps and both been level 7. But instead, our situation is both level 7 and we're down a Khazra camp. Alrighty. So they're doing the whole rotation control here, so they're doing a good job. Does Jaina come up? Yes. Can't really do a whole lot. I like the fact that Jaina actually stayed bottom and cleared this out much smarter, forces them down. You mount up because... Oh. Ooh, I thought you were going to go for that globe and just die.
Sometimes, but not.
Yeah, it happens. So, and of course, I didn't mean that to like comment on your skill as a player. I'm just saying, like, I thought like it was gonna entice you, and you're gonna be like, globe time. You guys, you getting your camp? Oh my gosh, I love you so much. Nice job. Wait, we're in such a good position here. Like, look at the experience. We have the top camp. Meriden either A has to force to go down and contest this shrine.
No, Meriden stayed top. He stayed top. We had that advantage for a while.
So we win. We win on paper.
I don't know why we couldn't.
I think the problem is Nazeebo.
Yikes.
Yikes.
Yeah, we had the 5v4. Yeah, the whole time. I don't.
Oh god, let's do it. Let's go. I want to see us do it, but I don't remember what happened.
So, our first charge onto a target, no kill, fine. But you guys need to back off and let them come back into the shrine.
Wait for the charge to come back up?
Wait for the charge plus Blizzard to come back up. That's the only way we're winning these. They're going to win these. Oh my gosh. Or like, yeah, oh, there's root. Okay, so that's another... No, you got... No, Greymane. Greymane. So,
kill that, Ariel.
We need to focus so much more on following up all of our damage onto a target. Like, that Ariel should have been dead every time. All we needed was a single Q from Greymane, or even like a disengage auto attack, and she would have died. She has no hope. She has no heroes there to generate hope. We would have actually won that. 100%.
Yeah, now Meriden's coming down, so... Yep. This is where they turn her around.
Yes.
And they're halfway to 10.
And now Greymane's split off from everybody.
He knew he saw that happen. I called the Gul'dan. He went around.
Yeah. So this entire shrine was just because we were disjointed. I loved the engage onto, what was it, the Arthas? Yeah. But we didn't get the kill. That's fine. So we just back off a little bit. We did so much more damage. The Ariel steps up. Ariel should have 100% died because the rest of her team had to back off. So we missed the kill onto Ariel there, and then we would have won this shrine. No questions asked.
Mm-hmm.
So we have to make sure that all of our damage is going onto the same target. It's okay, why is double support so strong in Hero League right now?
Because people spread damage, right?
Most people ban...
No, she answers she answers right every single time. You're a goddess. But seriously, that's it. It's because spread damage. Like, people are like, ooh, I see the Lily. I'm going to throw my spells onto her. And then another person's like, ooh, the Gul'dan steps up. I will defeat him. Like, you know, and then meanwhile, the Lily's literally just like holding down the Q button. And then Ariel is also just like holding down the W button and just healing up everybody. So it doesn't matter. Like, against double support, you need to blow up a single target. They benefit from spread and slow damage, right?
Right.
Mm-hmm. Which Malf is pretty good against defeating the spread damage. So...
Wait, Argy mentions... oh, yeah. That's true. Argy is mentioning your talents on Diablo. You would have definitely had an easier time with the spell shield at 7, and then whatever the name of the trait talent at 1 is. Heck, even Devil's Due for longer fights might have been... Actually, range of Shadow Charge is actually just so good, and you need it for the picks, so this is so scary, you guys.
This is where it ends.
The thing is we shouldn't be in this situation. We shouldn't even be here. Like, we actually played really well. We just missed a couple tiny things, and that's the frustrating freaking thing against playing against double support. Like, you actually Greymane missed a single auto attack, and that led to this. That single auto attack missed on Ariel meant that you didn't get that kill, and then they ended up winning this Punisher. That is some crazy variance, wouldn't you agree? Hey, I missed a single auto, and therefore I'm losing a keep. Like,
yeah. This game really grew into something awesome.
Yes. Jaina staying mid and top is the right call because you guys aren't able to defend this, unfortunately, not without 10s. In fact, we should have sent one person mid and one person top to get that XP and then both back. I think we might have been able to save the keep, but the Syndragosa, you know, it's Syndragosa.
Right.
Yeah.
So we're in a bad and good situation. You know, they got the bottom Punisher. That means that technically they can't get another Punisher bottom for another, or two phases from now. So that's okay. Another good thing about us not having a keep on the bottom side of the map, we're able to soak experience better than them because it's constantly going to be pushing into us, which means they're going to have to position aggressively on the bottom side of the map in order for them to get soak on the bottom side. So pretty much they only have mid and top for soak.
Cool.
So, you know, it's not the worst case Ontario that they took the keep. You know, and that actually benefits us quite well because if they push bottom super hard, they're positioned aggressively, we might be able to get some picks. But we're also in a bad situation because we're trying to get to level 13 before they hit 16 at this point, and we're really far behind. So we need to be 3-soaking. Zebo top, good, but we need somebody mid right now. And we send mid, good, good. Good, good. They're all missing. That's our goal right now. We need somebody bottom right now. Wait. How do we...
I couldn't hear you. I'm so sorry.
I know, I was screaming. I was like, yeah.
I'm at a little bit of a loss for words here. We should have lost this every time. Okay, so that's the power of you guys' comp, right? That's the Wombo with the Jaina and the APOC, right? It's super strong. But,
Yeah, it is.
like, jeez, okay. We should have actually just been looking to 3-soak lanes to get our 13, but instead, you guys, you know, you get a pick.
We took 3. I was shocked we took 3.
And that's fantastic. That was really good on your guys' part, but that was super scary because if you guys lost that fight, you lost that game. Like, if you guys lost that fight, you straight up would have, like, lost the game. They would have hit 16, like, before your 13, pretty much, and then they would have got this next Punisher.
I was gonna say, I don't think we actually get this Punisher.
No, you don't.
No.
You're just too far behind, and you do no damage to it. Like, the thing is with your comp, the only person who can clear the shrine is Greymane. So you have to have such strong lane control that your team is able to push out super far, which means you need wave clear in the lane, and you need talent tier, not advantage, but like equal talent tiers. So like neither of those conditions are true here. They have lane control and they're 13 to our 12. Yeah, we're about to hit 13, right? But doesn't really matter. So like we actually have to give this one up too. It's into a full fort top, so it's not the end of the world. We should be looking at clearing bottom wave because they have 3 Katas pushing in with our Greymane instead of taking this hard camp.
We totally ignored it.
So yeah, 3 Katas is massive. Greymane needs to not be doing this camp and he needs to be bottom, clearing that. Either that or Jaina or Nazebo, and then we just have to be soaking mid, waiting for them to capture that Punisher, and then looking for a fight on our fort. Or if they Syndragosa hit, fine, just give it up. Then look for the next fight. But this is like, we're in such a tough situation, you guys.
Yeah.
We should. I don't know why we.
Oh look, and we wanted this too. We wanted this bad.
But they're just gonna walk up to you guys now.
They're good.
Oh gosh.
I think we were overconfident from that fight. We should
That
have
team
lost.
fight, yeah.
Well,
from
I
that
feel like
previous
in
team
every
fight.
game we know we can win most like team fights. Like even if we're down a talent tier, even. I mean, I just feel like we know we're better than we're playing, but we don't play coordinatedly. We don't have like good macro. It makes sense.
Makes sense, yeah. Okay, but like in this situation in particular, yeah. So, so they have lane control, right? And they just actually walked into us. Yes, we benefit being in Wombo spaces because we have APOC plus Ring, but we can't escape this. Like, we're losing on multiple fronts here. Us fighting here means both A, we're willing to risk core damage and risk the team fight. I think we should just risk the team fight. And by doing that, we just we de-push bottom, Super important. We always pretty much have to have a body bottom to clear out these katas, or else we're going to lose the game over time. And then we can fight them on our fort. It forces them to use Syndragosa. We know the Syndragosa is going to come out, so just make sure you're not positioned in a spot to be hit by it, and then just fight them there. Like, that situation, at least you're fighting them down 1 heroic and on your terms, instead of losing bot and losing top. It was close, though. Like, you guys almost got it. But, like, even if you did win that Punisher, like, look at this core damage.
Yeah.
Yeah, we only had like 8% or something when they finally got it cleaned up.
Jeepers. Are they actually going to look to end? I think they are.
I
like,
think
they can literally Syndragosa and just walk past.
Sneeze on it.
Yeah. So. So yeah, this game's super over. Like, you guys were so close, like, so close to making this happen for yourselves. Next time, let's not pick the Naz. Let's pick something that works better in our comp. Like, we're looking for that Wombo blow up. Honestly, the Zeratul would have been sick. Or, like, what else would have been really good here? Another warrior would have been good. Like an Anub'arak. Oh my gosh, let's go. Like, Anub'arak would have been so good here. Anub'arak's also really good into double support because you can, like, web one of the supports and then just kill the other one.
Right. Ooh.
Leoric would have been really good here, yeah. Leoric would have been so good here. I'm just personally, like, a major Anub'arak fanboy. Excuse me. Yeah, they shouldn't even, like, they don't even need to do this. They just literally walk into the core now and end. I'm not sure why they're killing the keep. The trolling.
Is it trolling? Ah, trolling.
It is, yeah, now they abandon it. Yeah.
Win. It's fun to get kills.
So, I need you guys to start playing easier comps, okay?
Okay.
It'll make it so much easier because it's both going to be super easy for you guys to highlight your win conditions as a team and then go over the replays and find out what you're doing wrong. It's going to be super easy. You're going to be like, wait, our ETC wasn't denying vision. They walked right past him and we didn't get a kill. You know, like, or yeah, he was just, you know, like not sliding the right targets, etc. Like, it's going to be so easy for you guys to analyze that sort of thing. And it's also going to be really easy for you guys to satisfy your win conditions. So like your draft right now is, wait, we have a blow up comp, but we also want to hit that level 20. You know, like you have split win conditions in your comp. But if so, let's try running some things that are a little bit easier, and that starts off by you guys writing down your drafts ahead of time. So write them down, play some Team League. Make sure it's super easy to get the comps that you want in Team League, right? Like, so try that sort of stuff out. Climb up in Team League. You guys should be able to hit Grandmaster or Master in Team League in no time as long as you do that.
What?
Yeah, like, it's not difficult. It's really not difficult. You just, like, this game, you don't have to be micro intensive. Like, you don't have to be an all-star challenger League of Legends player in order to climb up to those ranks. Like, you guys should at least be able to get diamond, like, no questions asked. Like, it's actually not as difficult as people say it is. This game is almost entirely won in macro and draft, like, and, you know, you're smart people. Like, you're going to be able to pick this up in no time. I actually believe in you. So just make it easier on yourselves and run things that are simple to execute. Start off there, right? Not saying that you guys are, you know, a bunch of Neanderthals and that's all you can ever run. I'm saying you have to start there and then branch off. You know, pretty soon you're going to be running that Abathur Greymane. You know what I'm saying? Like, but right now, I don't want to see it. I want to see that ETC Malf Chromie. I want to see the you know, Muradin Kael'thas drafts. You know, like, cheese them with the double support. Like, run things that are low variance and easy to pick up and easy to pull out wins with. Because once you start doing that, like, it's gonna provide so much for your team in terms of just, you know, morale. You're able to watch back your replays and find out what you're doing right, what you're doing wrong. And then it's all about, going back to that first point I made, perfecting your game, right? Like, you want that perfect execution. And with you blow up comps, it's really easy to do that. Also, what I want you to try is one global comps. So So like, let's say we're playing on Cursed Hollow, okay? We have the Dehaka or the Falstad. Play those comps, right? And then have the 4 people rotating, or one in one lane, the global in the other, and then 3 pushing another lane. And then you force them to rotate into your 3-man, and then have the global teleport down and get kills, right? Like, single global, deny the other global, and then just win based on map pressure and experience. Like, stuff like that. Stuff like that, so easy to win with.
Fantastic. I'm so excited.
Like, I'm excited for you guys. Like, you have such a great team environment. I can already tell. Do you guys tilt at each other, get mad at each other in game?
No.
No. I feel like when we do tilt, when we quietly tilt after a game, we just kind of get really depressed and then just like stop.
Yeah. Like,
okay.
we haven't really talked about our games after the game ends until like the next day.
That's fine.
Or even 2 days later. Sometimes
people need time to just cool down and stuff like that, and that's totally fine. But I also want you guys to get into the mentality. I'm sure you've heard me say it already. So it's never if you're talking about a single person, it's never Jewel Queen that screwed up. It's our support needed to be here. Our support. It's not singling out a single person. We need to talk as a team, and we need to talk about our heroes as their roles and what they should be doing as roles. Because as soon as you start saying, Jewel Queen didn't use her cleanse on me at the right time, you single out that person, and that person takes it personally. And we don't want that. We want to actually improve as a team and not put down anyone. Because if you talk about it as a team, saying like, if they're engaging with their Muradin, their win or their ETC, their win condition is getting a slide and blow up. So our support needs to be looking for that and then cleansing it. Then the support's like, yeah, that's actually smart. And then you don't take it personally, right? Like, you look at it from a strategy perspective instead of a personal perspective.
Excellent.
Do you play Magic the Gathering at all?
Not even one time, Magic the Gathering.
Okay, well, it's just, I was thinking about this when I was writing down my comps. So in Magic, when you draft a deck, you always think, okay, how is this deck going to win?
Yes.
And I was thinking about that when I was writing up different comps. I was like, okay, maybe I should think about how is this comp going to win?
Yeah, absolutely. Like I said in the beginning, highlight your strengths, highlight your win conditions. Not only how is it going to win, how do I win throughout different phases of the game? How do I win the early game? How do I win before the objective? How do I win the objective? How do I win team fights? How do I close out the game with this comp? Those are the questions you have to be asking yourself, because how do I win is very... It doesn't make much sense unless you put it into the context. Yeah, exactly. It doesn't make much sense unless you put it into the context of all of the stages of the game. So yeah, write out your drafts. If you want to throw your drafts at me to ask what I think about them, feel free.
Ooh.
I can comment on them, no problem. But yeah, I want to see you guys running things that are a little bit easier. Please and thank you.
Yeah.
We can give that a try for sure.
Awesome. Any other questions or anything like that?
Can we? Yeah, let's go for it.
Okay. One thing quick. Brittany and I have been throwing back and forth like the order of which player we should be trying to get their hero first in draft, because Brittany and I are both really flexible in our roles. But we don't... So we've been talking about like waiting on our heroes until late, but like you said, like Malf, there's a reason my Malf is much higher. Like, even if I can play the other heroes, like, should we be putting a priority on that because I'm so good on that hero, or should we be waiting because we're flexible?
You should be picking the heroes that are most impactful in the comp that you're trying to run. So, let's look at this situation. Let's say your first pick, okay? And you want, again, you want Anub'arak, Malf, Chromie, okay? The important factors of those... Not the Chromie. You can flex the Chromie with a Kael'thas. You can flex the Chromie with, even like a Gul'dan. Like, you can flex it with a bunch, or even like a Greymane, like other burst assassins, right? But you need that Malfroot. You need that engage from the warrior. So early picking, first picking the Malf, absolutely. Second picking the ETC plus maybe your solo laner. You don't need to show the Chromie, because chances are they're not going to ban it or pick it.
Okay.
So just like you have to think about what you need and what you can get in the situations that you're in. If you're in that 1-2 and, they ban whatever, they ban Zarya, you ban Uther or Lucio, probably the Uther actually if you're trying to play a blow-up comp, because they're going to hit level 7, you're not going to be able to kill anything. So Yeah, so like, you know, and they first pick Dehaka or Falstad. So you 1-2 the Malf plus the Warrior. Malf ETC. Done.
Okay.
But yeah, just get the things that, not what is best for the individual players on your team, but what are the most crucial portions of the draft you're trying to run. That's always most important.
Okay.
Excellent.
Yeah.
How viable is Probius?
Not viable.
No.
Not viable.
Like he works pretty well on some maps, but again, like he's difficult to pull off.
I think he's too niche.
Yeah, he's way too niche, and he's difficult to pull off. You need something easier.
Boo. All right.
You guys need to play easier comps. That's all.
I need to play some easier heroes.
Yeah. Duck and ADRD would argue with you? No, they wouldn't. They would say he's viable, but he's not easy. I promise you they would agree with me.
Right.
Yeah, so easier comps, please. Any other questions?
I was just gonna say, where would be a good place to start? I mean, the easier comps, but like having a comp picked out beforehand for each map, or does a single comp basically work for most maps?
So the cool thing about Heroes is the fact that the meta changes based on what map you're on, right? So I would be, you start out with the maps that you're going to play. Like, so for this instance, you could select the Hero League rotation maps if you're going to be playing Team League. So pick all of the Hero League or Team League rotation maps, and then write out drafts for each one of those maps. It's like, cool, we went on shrines. All right, we're playing that Malf, Anub'arak, Gul'dan. We are face rolling this shrine, and we're winning that first Punisher. We are winning that first Punisher. That's your objective, right? So get those sort of drafts, and then you move on to Cursed Hollow. You're like, okay, this is a big map. We want a lot of boss control. We want global pressure. We're gonna go. Zarya Tyrael. That's a little bit of a harder draft to pull off. So actually, forget I said that. We want Dehaka plus a strong 4-person rotation. So like a Dehaka Greymane Malf comp. And then you pick basically any warrior off of that, and then you pick another either melee assassin or ranged assassin. Or mage. So like stuff like that. Just pick the maps that are in the Team League rotation, and then develop your drafts from there. Pick 1 or 2 drafts for each map. And in fact, like certain drafts can translate to other maps as well, but just make sure it actually works on that one, right? Like blow up comps not as strong or easy to pull off on a Infernal Shrines because the shrine is so damn important and the Punisher is so important. And an all global split push, not as good on Infernal Shrines because again, the shrine is so important. However, those drafts work really well on other maps. So